I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't skip and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
It's about 50 minutes, 48 minutes, 48 and a half, 49 and a half. We, dear listener, in the midst of a mega stream. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Jambi, I am checking the SMS.
No worries. Okay.
Listen, Vap Guy, if you want the Beatles so bad, my brother, I need you to get an alliance and get it going. I don't have anything against the Beatles. The Beatles fans have something against me. And if we did the Beatles, we would have to
Do it on Twitch.
we'd have to do it on Twitch. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we are...
Actually, no, Twitter.
That's what I meant.
Twitter. So I'm not against doing the Beatles. We'll do it on Twitter. That way we don't get our channel completely shut down.
But you got to get a crew with you. Listen, right now we have a video up, and it's 10 songs are coming out for free for anybody who... So go in the chat on there and put the song and get as many likes as you can. It doesn't matter if 50 of your friends like it. If it gets 50 likes and that's the most likes, it's going on the list. So check out the list, check out that video, and get your song suggestions up in there and get the likes up. And that's a way to get a free reaction. Code Slammer is going to give you all up the hookup. That's going to be February 3rd and 4th, I think. Let me tell you. 3rd and 4th. Yep, February 3rd and 4th. We're going to do first 5, second 5. So 10 free songs. That's the way to get it done. In the meantime, we are doing a stream. Can you want to say the name of it? Vivace?
Vivace
Conspirator. Next up, the song is Saint Vitus, Born Too Late.
Lively and spirited.
Don't start it, please.
Okay.
At least the drummer knows which way is right side up on the cross. Some of us may well feel like they were born too late. Formed in 1979, Saint Vitus is a pioneer and considered to be among the big 4 of their own genre, just like thrash metal famously has its big 4. Oh, okay.
Huh. Interesting. Well, what's their genre?
He didn't say.
I guess we'll see in a second. Saint Vitus, Born Too Late. Let's do it. This is Vivace con Spiritu. That is the alliance, and let us
put the numbers right in front.
Do it. Oh, I see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, another live video! Uh-oh, do me. Do me. Do me. Thank you very much.
Scary Doom.
I actually like
They say I look like the living dead. They say I have much in my head. They say my songs are going too slow. But they don't know the things I know.
love that shit. I know something you don't know.
I don't belong. And there's nothing that I can do. I was born too late, and I'll never be like you.
Yeah, what year is that? How hard he's rocking. Did you see that?
1986.
1979.
86.
86.
In my life, things never change. To everybody, I seem strange. But in my fucking world, now something died. So I just stare with these insane eyes. I know I don't belong, and there's nothing that I can do. See, I was born too late, and I'll never be like you. I'll never be like you. And I don't want to be like you. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's doing it with his teeth.
This man is truly a sight to behold. who's hugging him.
Been an honor.
Whoa.
Very much. We'll see y'all later.
Okay, so they closed with that song.
Boy. I think
I'm gonna keep watching it until either Middle Earth or Archero says stop. Because I actually like seeing the interaction between him and the crowd. Yeah, see? Right. Is that them backstage?
yeah, they're smoking.
He's like, we just did it. We just killed that shit. I wonder if these bands, when they're like getting called like that, if they ever said, nah, fuck it, let's just go and do one more song.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Then you must be pissed off, like, you're making me stay another long friggin' thing. I'd be like, all right, let's do it. You'd be like, well, no, they want to go home. You would do some shit like that. Sorry, fans. Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
Everybody, there was one guy who was like, oh, they're a Sabbath cover band. It's like, who isn't a Sabbath cover band?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the more I listen to Sabbath, the more I listen to... Well, I don't know about a Sabbath cover band, but definitely Iommi, like what he did with the guitar, which drives so much of what metal is. I mean, this is a doom metal band, I'm assuming. Maybe they're the big four of doom.
Yeah, that's I think what they were trying to communicate to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, so I remember there was a Sabbath song that we did like way back, and then I said, this sounds like doom metal, and I think it was somebody from the Black Metal Alliance. What's the Black Metal Alliance name?
You mean True Cult?
True Cult.
Yeah.
It was a True Culture that was like, dude, they invented the genre with this song. So I'm like, they invented so much shit. It's like, who can you, you know what I'm saying? Holy smoke.
What?
We got a 7-month-old with looks like COVID, but hopefully they're doing okay, Jordan. Best wishes to y'all. But my point is, who hasn't bitten off a Sabbath? You know
I really don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, that cannot go into whether or not you enjoy the song. Let's say you never heard of Black Sabbath. Mm-hmm. If you were at that concert or you were at that show, would you like the song? Mm-hmm. Some of us would, some of us wouldn't. Let's judge it on that.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's where I'm coming from with it. But go ahead.
I mean, I think I've said this before. I don't think that I'm a Doom person.
No, you're not.
Like, it's almost like
you're not a Doom person.
I feel like confused when it's going on. I'm like, why? Yeah, I don't know what type of mood. Why? I don't get this.
I think Doom is an acquired taste, especially for me because I'm so ADD and I'm like,
yeah,
like, where are we going? I want to do something.
I was literally, okay. So his lyrics, it made me laugh because he was. I have to say, whoever the name of the singer is, I like him. I think as a person, I would actually really like him. Especially, I would like to see him and you have a conversation. But like when he said, every time I'm on the street, people laugh and point at me. They talk about my length of hair and the out-of-date clothes that I wear. They say I look like the living dead. They say I can't have much in my head. They say my songs are much too slow. So literally, I was like, I really like what he's saying, but dang, he's going so slow. I was like thinking it, and then he said it. But I could really feel.
He said they say my music's too slow.
Yeah, because I was thinking it when he said that. But I could really feel for him when he said I was born too late. Like I think that. I always kind of felt like I was born maybe at the wrong time or something. So for him there, and also
later, BC.
I've known people that have told me like, where people are. I don't understand pointing at somebody that's walking down the street and laughing about their hair. I just think that that's so ridiculous. And he's saying that people do that they people laugh and they point at him.
My friend did that one time.
Why?
The one that always used to get us in trouble.
I knew exactly who it was. I didn't say who. I said why.
We went to Manhattan, and we were just in this mood, man. And there's this white dude with green hair, and I guess he was like running, because you know how people run in parks or whatever, and so it was like streaking behind. It was a glorious Maine, and he was like, "Yo, look at your hair," and I'm like, "Yo, why would you do that, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, we're black kids with black nail polish in the Bronx.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we're weird, but it was funny as hell." You know what I'm saying? The guy didn't say anything to us or whatever.
So I always have this, now that you brought that up, I might as well go on with my weird thought too. I have this weird thought about aliens sometimes where I think if all the aliens stick together and they were to like fight against us and they would be looking at us, because you know how like there's talk that maybe they've been observing us and stuff, like whether that's true or not, I'm not going into that. I'm just saying if it was true, run with the theory. They must be like, look at these people. They're always like poking at each other. Like they're not a team.
Yeah.
And they don't like, let's say there was like bunches of different types of beings out there and they all like became a team to, like we got to stick together. But all of us, we're all like, oh, well, your skin is different, or your hair is different, or and then we just like separate into all these mini groups. It's just, weird. Thank you. I appreciate it immensely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like that makes me think like, but see, part of the reason people follow bands so, and this was most clearly done with Slipknot, like a lot of people follow the band because of the ethos of the band. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
They follow the band because they feel like they're outsiders and they feel like they can relate to them. They go, okay, this is like our tribe. I was watching Steve Jobs talk, and he was talking about employees. He's like, they once they were trying to get really, really big, they started hiring like Wall Street people and people who they thought were okay. Now we got to grow up and be serious business people, and they fired them all. It's just because. Jobs is he lives outside the box, and these guys were Wall Street people, and they were educated by people in the box and all the rest of it.
Yep.
So, and then he said something at the end where he took a chance with this woman who was like had no background per se, but she was massively popular with the team, with the workers, and so he put her as a CF something or whatever, and. He was talking about hiring people, and then he goes, yeah, we just, and he was talking about how long their hiring process was after they hired all those people, and he ended it by saying, it took a while, but we found those who were of us. This person's one of us. And I said to myself, oh, okay, that's why they took over the world with that guy. Because when you have a person who says, you're one of us, we don't fit in. It doesn't matter what the genre is, whether it's work, it's business, it's music, it's religion. I mean, that's one of the reasons why our thing took off the way that it did. Because, when we were downtown, it was like, oh, people talk all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of like, it wasn't you're one of us. We kind of came down there and said, we're of you. We're you guys. And yeah. Muhammad used it brilliantly.
Yeah.
With the group that was him. He says, you are of us and I am of you. Like, if you can get people who are marginalized and you say that to them and they believe it, they'll die for you. Like, you'll have to beat them off with the stick. You know what I'm saying? So, but I believe Steve Jobs was being serious when he said it. And I believe that Muhammad was being serious when he said it. And I believe that this guy, like, that's what I think the draw is of this band.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that.
Every time I'm on the street, people laugh and point at me. They talk about the length of my hair and the data they clothes I wear. Every metalhead feels like that. But what every metalhead does not feel like is they say my songs are much too slow, but they don't know the things I know.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming 1986, probably Metallica, I don't know when Puppets came out, but Metallica was ruling the metal world with thrash, and they were doing 50 trillion miles an hour with their beats and all this. So here comes this doom metal band that's on the complete opposite side of it.
Yeah.
And so even in the metal community, I'm assuming these people would be outsiders. But there are some people that love being outsiders. They love, like, I don't want to do the same thing everybody else is doing. So everybody's rocking a Metallica shirt. Man, fuck Metallica. I want to wear this shirt. You guys like the, whatever BPM. I like the, let's slow the shit down. You know what I'm saying? And so they were able to then find their little tribe of people who liked the slow music and understood that there's some heaviness to it. It's its own form of heaviness. Like, I remember the first time we listened to Painkiller.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I'm never, ever gonna, like, pretend that I like something just because I'm supposed to like it.
Right.
We got murdered in the comment section, obviously.
Did, yeah.
But at the time, I didn't like it.
Me neither.
And people kept saying, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to that. So we kept listening to more Halford.
It was the most bizarre thing.
And then, so after a while, I started liking Halford because it wasn't as extreme in my mind as Painkiller. But then we listened to Painkiller again. It was like, holy shit.
I sat down with my mother. I've told you guys this before. I sat down with my mom. I said, Mom, you got to hear this song. This is the stupidest song. I cannot believe that anybody likes this. I said, it sounds really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then I started playing it, and I'm like, it didn't sound bad to me anymore. And I was like, well, maybe the really bad part's coming up. And then I was looking at my mother, and she was like, well, why? I like this. And I was like, wait a minute. Well, hold on. There's going to be a really terrible part coming up. And then we went through the whole song and never hit the terrible part. I said, this is insane. So then I brought it to you again. We actually reacted to it for the second time, and that's up on the channel. I'm pretty sure I recorded you without you knowing.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because you were like, oh, let's do the reaction again. I said, I'm not going to do the reaction again. Because you played it, and I was like, yo, that sounds so different. That sounds so different.
Yeah, I don't.
That sounds so different.
Right there, yeah. Judas Priest, Painkiller, second review.
Yeah, that was like a year, but that wasn't even after that. That wasn't even long after that. But my point is, like,
oh, you did that by yourself?
Yeah, I did that by myself.
Oh.
My point is, like, sometimes the music grows on you, and yeah,
for real.
I figured what Middle Earth was saying. They were outsiders. They stuck to their guns. Ended up with the punk crowd who rejected them at first, but they stuck with their vision. Exactly. Because they had a vision. Everybody was on the Master Puppets thing. They're like, we're gonna go fast, and they're like, yo, we're gonna slow this shit down.
Yep.
And they were like, there's a gap here. There's a niche market. There's a gap.
Yep.
For slow.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that's what they were doing. I don't feel like they were doing that. I don't feel like it was like, hey, here's an idea. I think that's how he felt, and that's what he was doing, and people came around and liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was thinking of the niche thing. I really don't. Just because I'm looking at how he is. What's happening?
They say when you move the mic, you're turning it off and on. Because that wire is so dinky. You figure with all the money we
invested in these
we
stupid microphones. I know.
But
so don't buy yourself a Blue Yeti mic.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Anyway,
I don't want to get an email from those people.
Why? They didn't.
So yeah, like they were outsiders in general public, but they were also outsiders, I think, in the metal community. I disagree with you. When he said they don't know the things I know, I think he was really, really purposeful in saying, no, there's a niche here, and I'm going to be able to ride it the entire time. But I mean, either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just think that the way that I think that
I was born too
so
late.
There
and
are
I'll never be like you.
Like there's certain things that have changed me as a person. You know, I was just having a conversation with somebody just a couple days ago. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to this person is so uninformed on a lot of different topics, and they have a lot of judgments for me, but they have not looked at a lot of things in the face, and I've been looking at things in the face for years. Right. So I know a lot more stuff than this person knows. And so this person has a ton of judgments for me, but it's like, well, I know things that you don't know. And so I'm going to do things a certain way, and it's not going to make any sense to you, but you don't know what I know, and you don't know what I've seen and what I've been through and the things that I've seen other people, blah, 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 blah. So to me, when he says, you don't know what I know, the things that I know, to me, that's just everything that he's been through, everything that he knows, and he's not compromising on shit just because you don't like his stuff. Like, he's going to be him. And the way that he was interacting with the crowd, like, he was like touching all the people and hugging this person and doing that. And like, he's
playing guitar in the guy's head. For
me, like I said, this is not my style. I don't like doom, especially this song. To me, like, this is, if I didn't see it live, I would have said that this is going with Peace Sells. That's how bad it was for me. But because I saw the video and because I saw the guy, like, I felt something about the song, and I felt something about the band, and in my life, things never change. To everybody, I seem strange. But in my world, now something's died, so I just stare with these insane eyes. So, like, he's been through stuff, like...
Yeah, I could definitely see that view.
And then when he says, I know I don't belong, and there's nothing that I can do. See, I was born too late, and I'll never be like you. I like that too. Like, well, there's like an up and a downside of that I see. So like the upside is just recognizing that you don't fit in with some of the people around you. But instead of that making you feel lonely and making you feel like segregated, just accepting it and just say, you know what? That's not me. But there is a crew for you. Like, there's always a crew. It can be a very small crew, but there's crews out there that, like, you'll fit into more so than other crews.
And it's like Otep said in our interview, where she said, find your tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one of my favorite things about our community.
But accepting the fact. Just accept the fact that you're not going to be like those other people.
There's 8 billion people in the world.
I think that, like, maybe that's important for your job. If you have to work a job, and nobody at your job you fit in with. You just don't. But you have to work your job. Well, just work your job and know that you're not going to fit in with that crew, but find your tribe. Find your crew that you can chill with after. But,
Listen, the most popular person in the world is not even friends with 0.00001% 1% of the planet. Think about that. The most popular person in the world is not friends with 0.0001% of the planet. So it doesn't matter how, quote, small your tribe is or how big their tribe is. Everybody that you think is a famous person is a big fish in a small pond. Period. So you should not, but see, when you're young, especially when you're young, you're in high school, there's like, that's in microcosm. Your buddy in high school, the popular guy in high school is known by like a couple hundred people, and like, he found some way to manipulate it to where a couple hundred people look favorably on him. But that's not even your entire city. That's not even 1% of your city. Like, these numbers are ridiculous. You don't need a whole bunch of people. You need one or two good, really close friends who know you and love you. Period. You don't need all those people. And this is coming from a person who attracts a lot of people, supposedly, wherever I go. But you really don't. And once you figure that shit out, you go, oh. Yeah, I figured that out pretty early. I went, oh, okay. Fuck these people and their opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. That's to our chair's point where he was saying, like, yo, I don't want to be like you. And that's not even necessarily an act of, I mean, it's an act of rebellion in our culture because for some reason, people are determined to make everybody think and act like them. And all of us are like that. If you don't think you're like that, you are. Trust me. Every little subculture has little rules and things like that. So most of us want people to think and act like them. So it's like, once we stop obsessing over trying to make everybody look like us, but I think a lot of that has to do with like our own insecurity or society's own insecurity about itself. So if somebody's doing something different than you, people automatically take it as some commentary that you're doing it wrong. No, it just means they're different. That's all. It's all like literally all it means. Right. It's not a commentary on you. Like parents are like this. If the kid doesn't want to do the family business or the kid doesn't want to do XYZ, they take it as like a rejection of them. No. They're not rejecting you. They're embracing themselves. Like, there's a difference. So I think if everybody, like, got that lesson, then we'd be good. When did you get the song?
But I like the way he ended it, and I don't want to be like you. But I think that comes to that thing what we just said. Like, he didn't want, like, he accepted himself for who he was, So, this one is such a weird one to score because, like I said, by myself, this would have been a 4. But because I saw the video, I'm going to bring it up to you're still not going to be happy with this. It's going to be a 7.4 for me. But it's a very special song. Don't let me take away from that. I definitely think it's a very special song. And I like the big homie. Props to him. If we're all sitting around the table in heaven, sit me next to him. I like to chat with him for a little bit.
I am once again a sucker for live. I just love live. So I've got to give it. And by the way, we didn't get blocked. Bless God.
I know.
I've got to give this a solid 9. A solid 9. Solid 9. There you are, dear listener. We are at the beginning. Shout out to my homie M Death fan in the house who never talks to me anymore. We are at the beginning of our DJ Mega Stream, dear listener. Having said that,
wait. What? Let me post that. That is true.
Lies.
No, it has.
Lies. Then out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.